This video was compiled using information which was made public via news or government agencies and is intended to honor the lives of those who met an unimaginable fate and also bring awareness to the unjust behaviors in our communities. On September 10th, 2020, around 1:15 p.m., 6-year-old Marviyah Jones and 5 other children were passengers in an SUV traveling near the 1200 block of Copley Road in West Akron, Ohio. The SUV was being driven by 39-year-old Corey Jemison, and another adult was also present. Law enforcement soon received a call regarding gunfire in the area and a subsequent call about a child being shot nearby on Greenwood Avenue. When law enforcement and paramedics arrived, the 2 vehicles described were gone. The SUV was later found disabled on Greenwood Avenue, and paramedics located Marviyah at a nearby home on the 900 block of Greenwood Avenue. An ambulance then transported her to Akron Children's Hospital, and the 6-year-old underwent surgery and remained in critical condition. At the time, investigators said a shooter or shooters fired bullets at the car, striking the girl and grazing another 4-year-old girl. At around 9 p.m. on September 22nd, 2020, Marviyah passed away at Children's Hospital in Akron. The Akron Police Department and Summit County Medical Examiner's Office announced that her passing was a result of the gunshot wounds sustained almost 2 weeks prior. Marviyah Koran Jones, also known as Mama, was born on November 15, 2013 in Akron, Ohio. She was described by family members as a loving child. Her passing marked the 6th murder of a teenager or younger in the city that year. Following the young girl's passing, Congressman Tim Ryan and Akron Mayor Dan Harrigan each issued statements regarding the deaths of children killed by gunfire. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine used his regular coronavirus briefing to again advocate the passage of a law in the state legislature strengthening penalties for gun violence and cited Marviyah's case while doing so. An investigation determined that the 6-year-old was shot after 2 men, Markel Clinkscales, age 23, and Corey Jemison, the driver of the SUV, began arguing at a car wash prior to exchanging gunfire. The same day, Clinkscales had taken law enforcement on a vehicle pursuit prior to being arrested, and Jemison was also arrested on the day of the shooting. Following her passing, additional charges were added for each of the accused. Akron Municipal Court records showed that Clinkscales was charged with murder, felonious assault with a weapon, tampering with evidence, and felony drug abuse. Jemison was charged with murder, felonious assault, weapons under disability, tampering with evidence, receiving stolen property, and 6 counts of endangering children. Bond for each man was set at $1 million, and Clinkscale was scheduled for a September 30th court hearing, while Jemison's hearing was scheduled for October 2nd. Relatives of Michaela Pickett, whose life was taken at a birthday party, organized a Save Our Children walk that started in the neighborhood where the incident took place and ended in front of Akron City Hall. Marchers repeatedly chanted, "Stop the violence, put the guns down," and called for justice for the senseless murders of other children, including Marviyah Jones. Marviyah's funeral was held on Friday, October 9th, 2020 at 12 o'clock p.m. at Roden Memorial Home, and her body was laid to rest at Mount Peace Cemetery. on March 17, 2022, Corey Jemison pleaded guilty to murder with a gun specification, a special felony, in connection with the incident, thus avoiding a trial. County Common Pleas Court Judge Tammy O'Brien sentenced Jemison to life in prison, and he will be eligible for parole after serving 16 years. 4 days later, the same sentence was handed down to Markel Klingscale, who also pleaded guilty, and Judge O'Brien also designated him as a violent offender. This was a horrible situation with such an awful, tragic ending. Klingscales and Jemison had no concern for anyone around them, and unfortunately a young girl lost her life to this senseless violence, said Summit County Prosecutor Sherry Bevan Walsh. May the family and friends of Marviyah Koran Jones find solace in the happy memories, and may her soul rest in perpetual peace. Thank you.